Hello and welcome to Conversation Corner. My name is Kunal. Let's talk about procrastination today. I see a lot of memes about procrastination on YouTube, Facebook, or other social media websites that I might browse, and it's a very interesting topic to think about. At the surface level, you believe that procrastination is something that lazy people have the luxury to indulge in. But the truth of the matter is, procrastination does not come from being lazy. Why is this? Let's say you were someone who doesn't like to exercise at all. But if I were to tell you, why don't you come with me to the gym today? I'll give you $1,000. You might just agree to that. So the reason you didn't procrastinate in that situation was you definitely knew the reward you were going to get from the action you were going to take. The reason we procrastinate a lot comes from our belief in the inability to get the results of the action we're going to take. So, let's say when we want to learn a new skill or when we need to do a task that is important but we're putting it off, what we essentially believe is that we may not do this task to the best of our abilities, or if we do that, it's going to cause a lot of trouble and inconvenience. And that's why we want to keep pushing it into the future, and we just want to avoid doing it right away. Now, in a sense, that is not really your fault. You've been conditioned right from the time you were in school till the time you even got a job to keep procrastinating. Doing new things involves a certain element of uncertainty. You never really know what the result of what you're doing is going to be, and when you don't know the result of what your actions might bring, you feel a lot of uncertainty, and as a result of that uncertainty you fear failure, because no one really enjoys being incompetent. When you get used to doing a certain number of things, you feel you're good at that, and that becomes your identity. You've really boxed yourself in. Let's say you spend years at being a very skilled software engineer. Now your whole identity is wrapped around being a software engineer. So if you had to switch careers itself, let's say if you developed a spine problem and it was told to you that it's not good to keep sitting long hours, why not pick up a new profession? Well, because being an engineer brings you a certain amount of money through your salary, or if you're a freelancer, so you don't really want to give that up, and you've built your whole identity around being an engineer or a software developer, whatever the case might be. So when you spend so much time on building certain skills, the upside definitely is that you become really good at that skill. But the downside is that you box yourself and you believe that it is the only skill you're good at, which makes taking risks even harder. So that is why you want to push the decision into the future every time you know that it is the right decision to take. You know that now it's time to do something new or different. You simply don't want to do this because you don't have that level of competence. When we don't have a certain level of competence in what we're doing, we tend to feel stupid, but we really can't avoid the fact that acquiring any new skill has a certain time period during which we won't be at our very best, simply because we don't have so many hours under the belt. So, if you're planning to do something new, why not just assume that first you're really going to suck at it? You're not going to be quite good, but with the passage of time, there's a chance that you will improve, and that's how skills generally work. The more time, energy, and focus you give to skills, the better you get at them. And you have to accept the fact that you may not be as good as you want to be at it at first, and it'll take time. So the first few attempts at what you're doing when you're doing something new are quite likely going to be failures. But if you get used to that, then you can persevere, then you can stop, you can analyze what you're doing, You can make changes along the way and get better at what you're doing. What I am trying to do with shooting these videos is not just putting ideas out into the marketplace. I'm even trying to refine my speaking skills in front of a camera. I'm not trying to draw comparisons between already successful YouTubers because it wouldn't be fair. I don't know the number of hours they have under their belt when it comes to practicing in front of speaking in front of a camera. This is not something I do on a regular basis. I've been a YouTuber on and off. I have launched a few videos on another channel of mine when it comes to acquiring languages, and this is a completely new channel that I've created called Conversation Corner. And I don't really have a strong plan of where I want this channel to go. I do not know how to monetize it as yet, though I would like to, and I do not know how to gain more viewers without paying for ads. So these are two challenges that I face, but instead of worrying so much over that, I'm just focused on shooting these videos right now. I'm not going to do a second take at all because I feel that as a viewer of this channel who plans to keep watching my videos, you should be able to see my growth on this channel. If I keep doing what I'm doing right now, there's a good chance that in about a year's time or about 5 years' time, I'm way better at shooting these videos. I use fewer pause words, I use fewer filler words, I'm far more articulate as time passes. So I want the viewers to experience my growth so that it becomes a reference point for them and it gives them inspiration to take action on what they plan to execute. Not everyone needs to open a YouTube channel, but surely everyone who feels stuck at some point of time in their life and is planning on trying something new might take away a lesson from this video that doing something new for the first time is going to make you feel like a beginner, is going to make you feel a little foolish, but that's okay.